What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today we are going to continue kind of like our series of, I guess it's me ranting a little bit, but thinking about ways we can improve the game and make it better. And today, being that we just had the Prophet Orb event and doing over 10,000 Prophet Orbs myself, I feel like I have a little bit of a good view, a good perspective when it comes to Prophet Orb events and branch summons. So, you guys know I've been playing a bunch of different gachas. I think I'm like literally, I've played 7 or 8 gachas at this point. I've stuck to the ones that I've enjoyed the most. But one thing that I really liked about some of the other gachas out there, they have pity timer systems. Now, I know what you're going to say. It's like, but Barry, Idle Heroes actually just put that into the game. We have a pity timer now for Heroic Scrolls. That is awesome. I actually think that's really good. It takes a lot of RNG randomness off the table. But that's good for Heroic Scrolls. But what about the resource that is the easiest, especially for free to play and low spenders to get? And that is Prophet Orbs and branch swaps. So most games have some sort of pity timer for all of their systems, whether like in this game would be Scrolls, Core of Transcendence, Prophet Orbs. But let's be honest, Core of Transcendence has come out and become easily the most valuable resource in the game just because of the bonus you get from summoning to get targeted heroes. We need that exact process in Prophet Orbs as well, in my opinion. So just in case some of you guys do not have an E5 yet and you have not actually been able to do Core of Transcendence, it is a really nice system. Why? Because you get to pick targeted heroes that you like to summon more often because you want to build those heroes, you're searching for them. And every time you don't get them, you get an increased chance to summon that hero. So a lot of games you can make things like wish lists, or you can try to pick the hero you want. Kind of similar to what Core of Transcendence does. And it actually works out really good. And even if you hit a pity timer, it still feels good when you compare it to systems and other games where you're just randomly praying to the RNG gods that they're actually going to give you what you want. But here is like the perfect example. Pick your hero, both sides. Every time you miss it, you increase the percent chance. So what can we do and try to pass on to the developers? Well, first thing we need to do is pass on feedback. We need this screen right here to have something where, depending on which faction you pick, and maybe they don't add it to light and dark, which I think they still should. But what you should be able to do is every single faction, in my personal opinion, you should be able to click on this right here and get a similar window to the Core of Transcendence where you get to pick a hero. Now, you kind of have to play the little game here. It's like you can't make it too valuable because then of course the Prophet Orbs can't be the best resource in the game. Honestly, Prophet Orbs needs to be one of the lower quality ones in the game just because they cost the least and already kind of give you a decent bang for their buck. Makes it easy to get them for free. So you can't just be like, okay, every 80 orbs you're definitely going to get your hero copy. Now, I would say probably somewhere in the ballpark of using 160 to 240 Prophet Orbs should guarantee you the copy that you decide to pick here. So if you're in Forest, you can save, say, Rogan there. If you're in Fortress, you can pick Inosuke, and you'll just see his picture right above it. So on and so forth, at least for the 4 main factions. What that should do, in my opinion, is not similar to Core of Transcendence. It shouldn't be a percentage base, I don't think. I think it should be a solid number, just like Heroic Scrolls. I think they should add something where after X number of summons, if you have not gotten this hero, you will get the hero. Either that, or I know other games you pick multiple heroes that you're targeting. I don't know how well that would work out in Idle Heroes, though. I think maximum you would want to pick 2. Because honestly, there's a lot of times that I use orbs in a faction. I'm like, I only want Rogan. Everything else I am not going to use. Just give me Rogan. Things like Fortress. especially Shadow. I know a lot of people only wanted Ticks this event, but they're getting Ithaquas and Horus, and yes, they're good heroes, but in Idle Heroes, you're probably not going to use those hero copies, where in other games, you want every elite hero and you want to keep them, and because it's going to make your elite hero stronger, and you don't have to constantly invest in one hero at a time to build them up. So I do think one hero at a time would be the best. And very similar to Prophet Orbs, I do think we should have something similar in branches. So I've actually stopped doing branch pulls on live streams for viewers because, let's be honest, branches have become the most abysmal place to try to get copies. Even just a couple months ago, you guys saw I did a whole video. I had literally saved up, I think it was like 150 swaps worth of branches to go and get as many Rogans as possible. You got one single Rogan in 150 swaps, which is just crazy. Now, typically, if you do a complete event, you'll get 320 Prophet Orbs, which translates roughly to about 64,000 branch swaps, which is about 64 swaps. And I'll be honest, guys, I have seen plenty of them out there that don't even get an elite hero. It's kind of crazy. And one of the big reasons, in my opinion, is that this pool here just keeps expanding, and they're not removing any heroes from the swap list. So another thing that they could do, if they don't want to do the pity system or something like that, I do think DH Games should consider removing. Every time we get one or two more heroes, you should remove one or two of the old ones. I think it is very unfair to just keep diluting the pool and making it near impossible to find the copies you want. Because yes, you can see you got Garuda, Olivia, Rogan, Flora, all great heroes. But if you have no plan to build Garuda, Olivia, and Flora, and you get those copies, it feels really bad, because it's like, that could have been the Rogan that I actually wanted to use. I want it to get exciting again. You guys remember how it used to be with Prophet Orbs? It used to be one of the best ways to get hero copies with your branch swaps. But because of the pool diluting so much, I really hope we can kind of convince DH Games to either add a pity system where we pick a hero. So we drop in, say, Forest. Right up here, we have a portrait. We pick Rogan. We do 40 or 50 swaps and you're guaranteed a copy. I think it would be a nice little feature, making it so that if you're doing a full loop of Prophet Orbs, all 4 loops, plus doing all the branches, I think each one of them should guarantee you at least one copy. So if you did do a ballpark of, say, like 240 Prophet Orbs, you're guaranteed the copy. That would be great. Same with branch swaps. If you do 40 to 50 branch swaps, I think the next one should be guaranteed. That way we don't get too many copies, but it also makes it so much better for free-to-play players and low spenders. It feels better. It'll make progress go so much smoother. And I want to see Prophet Orbs return to their glory of being one of the best ways for early game players to get some progress on their accounts. So guys, let me know what you think. I know this was a little bit of a rant, but it's in a positive way. I hope you guys don't take this as me complaining about the game. I'm trying to figure out ways that we can request DH Games give us, some quality of life changes, some gameplay changes that aren't too radical. They're still within the line of what this game is, but to make it that much more enjoyable. So I hope you guys agree. If you don't, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. What would you like to see happen with Prophet Orbs? But again, you gotta make sure anything you recommend to DH Games has to be something that is not too complex and is easily implemented or changed, because let's be honest, it does seem like they have months and months down the road planned out for the game. So if we can get little changes done, just little things, little tweaks to existing systems without creating a whole new system, I think that'll really help us out in the long run. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you are leaving in-game feedback as well. Remember, you can go to the little in-game feedback, send them a message and be like, hey, you can say watch Barry Gaming video. I will be sending it on to the DH Games community manager so that they can see it hopefully and pass it along to developers to consider for the future. But yeah, I really, really hope we can get some changes done with all of these feedbacks. They did do a Q&A, which kind of exactly what we talked about in the last one of these videos about gear presets, stone presets. They did say they were looking at it, but it's not something they can currently do due to limitations with the coding of the original game. So that's why we need to think of little tweaks, things that could be easily implemented without affecting the existing game too much. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you leave feedback with DH Games in game. Guys, next time.
How careless we could be.